We live. Hello, what is up? Welcome to another episode of the Daily Show with your boy Oli. Super excited, man. Today was Sunday, and I just came back from Bodypower in the UK. This is by far the largest fitness expo, I believe, in Europe actually. But it was a great experience, I've been going to this expo for the past 4 years now, and years over after years. I can see the expo growing. I can see more people going, more people stepping up. I mean, it's great. This expo has been running for for 10 years, and it's really good. And this year, I went in there with a different goal. My goal was more to connect with people for business. It was more like connect with like-minded people, other personal trainers, other coaches, like people I kind of like look up to. And I came across this book. If you listening to the podcast, by the way, if you're new here, if this is your first time you come across me doing a live stream, if it's the first time you're listening to my podcast, welcome, man. Welcome. I hope you're going to get value from what I have to say. And this is a movement I'm creating here to help guys, men particularly, transform their body through their mind. Because I believe that any transformation starts with the strong commitment and the strong decision to make a change. And then from there, obviously, massive action will have to take place so that your body can start reflecting those changes. So, at the expo today, I bumped into the author of this book. It's called The World Fittest Book. It's by Ross Edgley. And I got the book yesterday. I started reading it and really loved like his message. Just from the get-go, was talking about, fitness is not about just reps and calories. It's way bigger than that. The dude spent 10 years traveling the world and really pushing his body to the limit. And it was a pleasure meeting him. Really down to earth guy. You will see the picture on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, check me out. It's at Olivier Kili. Olivier, like the Frenchy one with the I, not Oliver. Olivier and Kili, Kili. And it was really inspiring for me to have a conversation with him. And I'm planning on taking on some extreme sport in the near future. So it was good to get some advice from him in terms of like what to do, preparation and stuff. And hopefully, very soon, we should be getting him on the podcast. So that's something I'm very excited about as well. Anyway, in today's show, after I've rambled for 2, 3, 4 minutes. In today's show, I'm gonna be talking about the news. Saw something on the news, and I was like, dude, I need to talk about this shit. All right, here's what's happening. Basically, in London, the mayor is trying to take on junk food, like all the Mackies, McDonald's, that's how we call it in the UK, Mackies, McDonald's, or the Coke, sugary drinks, high-fat foods. Basically, what the mayor is doing is trying to get the government to back him up so that he can ban the advertisement of all the junk foods manufacturer on transport for London, which is the public transport service of London. So basically, what he's trying to do is remove the advert of all these McDonald's, Coke, Pepsi, Lay's, all this kind of shit. He wants to remove all those adverts from the stations, from the buses. So I saw it and I was like, oh shit, we need to talk about this shit, man, because similar attempts have been made before. In am I in focus actually? Yeah, in Netherlands, in Amsterdam, they've tried to do something similar. It kind of like work, because what they're saying, what the mayor is saying, is pretty much is trying to tackle on child obesity. The UK has got the largest proportion of obese kids in Europe, so it's trying to do something about it. And you know what? I salute the effort, man. I think it's a good effort. I think it's good to do something about it, because UK people are fat, British people are fat. So that's something which is really good. Now comes my personal opinion. I don't think it's going to make a massive difference. Okay, just the same way I don't think like the introduction of a sugar tax is going to make a difference. And here is why. We live in a world where nobody is taking responsibility for their shit. Now, if kids are getting obese, do you think that the number one reason is because they see an advert of McDonald's on the bus? You know, I believe there could be the money could be spent, like, or the effort could be spent in some other places. And I believe that there should be more efforts towards educating parents, because out of all the obese kids and the overweight kids, guess what? In 90% of the cases, the parents are also overweight, obese, and fat. So it's something which runs in the family, and it runs in the family because it's not genetically, it's a matter of habit. Like, I've got a son, and my son eats dark chocolate. I know some adults who can't eat dark chocolate because they say that it tastes like shit. I don't even eat dark chocolate. My son eats dark chocolate. Okay, that's his treat. You know, he loves his broccoli. Some adults can't eat broccoli. You know, and for me, like, bringing my son up, every time he's doing something and I'm trying to like reward him, I'm trying to like give him a treat, I try to give him some good shit. I'm trying not to give him like stuff which is loaded with sugar and all the crap. So I believe like an effort should be more like educating parents and really like stepping up, because we live in a world where we just blame everybody, man. Like, all right, I'm fat is because I don't have time, because I work too much. I'm fat because the food I'm consuming is loaded with crap. I'm fat because there are adverts on TV which are promoting unhealthy food. And like, at which point are we actually taking responsibility for our shit? You know what I mean? There should be like adults who are overweight, fat. They've got a higher chance of having kids who are overweight and fat because of the habit. It's the habit which runs in the family. It's not the genetics, which is like, okay, my parents were fat, therefore I'm going to be fat. No, that's got nothing to do with it. You know, it's a matter of like, start educating the kids at having those habits. Start getting the kids to move more. And when we able to tackle that problem, when we're able to educate not only the kids but the masses, but the parents, then we probably have a shot. I mean, being to the expo this weekend, I've seen a lot of people, and you know, a couple of years ago, Body Power, it was more like everybody was mostly like all the bodybuilder and stuff, but now it's more of like young people, people who are more into the whole online stuff, Instagram stuff. But it's more of people who are actually like real. You know, like now you don't see like big giant monsters like every, I don't know, every 5 steps. You know, now it's more about like people who are online and are really like motivating and inspiring other people. It's more about like I've seen people in the expo who I mean, they were not fit at all. You know what I mean? And you can tell that they're on their journey and they're really like trying to immerse themselves in that environment of people who are proper into the whole fitness game, and that was very good. And I believe that, well, rather than banning big companies from advertising, I think we should be educating the population. Now, if you're watching on my Instagram, you will see behind me is what my son did to my work board. Okay, if you're watching on YouTube, you're probably not going to see it. But yeah, that's what I wanted to address today. It was a very interesting week. It was pretty challenging for me. I got a lot of work. I learned a lot. I started training again. So now what I'm going to be doing every Sunday, I'm just going to do like a quick weekly recap. So my biggest win was I got back to training, man. I trained 3 times this week. The back feels perfect, but I'm not going to push it. I deadlifted 200 kilos this week, so that's a big win. And I started eating okay again, which is good. What else? My biggest frustration is I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. I usually get up at 5, and I slept. I slept all the way till 8, which kind of like fuck up my day a little bit. But next week I need to make sure that I go to bed on time. Guys, that's pretty much it for me today. And thank you again for joining me on this stream. And as I said before, if you're new here, if you're new on the podcast, if you're new on the streams, go back and listen to the other episodes. And if you find value in anything I'm saying, if you can relate to anything I'm saying, make sure that you subscribe to the podcast. Make sure that you like the video, share it, comment, let me know what you think. And if you got any topic you want to discuss, hit me up. And I'm going to put a link in the podcast note, in the video note as well, for you to get free 7 days online coaching with myself. And I want you to step into my world and really show you how I coach my clients, how I help my clients get results from the deep mindset transformation, and then start implementing habits and hacks and strategies into your fitness, into your nutrition, and eventually get massive results. So check the link in the comments, in the podcast description. And until then, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. Bye-bye.